A Toronto barber is raising money to get out of his storefront shop and take his skills to customers around the GTA in a mobile pop-up business.
Gary James explains in his GoFundMe videos how a year of lockdowns has made it impossible for him to keep renting out a space for Popz Barbershop when it's being covered off by government loans and he can't earn an income. The owner of Popz joins us now along with his business mentor, Mark Adams. We appreciate both of you joining us on CP24 Tonight Live. Gary, how has the response been so far to your GoFundMe page and the efforts from the community?
I mean, the response was great. Everyone loves the idea, but I feel like the first week I went from $800 to like maybe $4,000, and now it's around $4,300. But then it capped off because of I don't know if it's attention spans, but I've never asked for help before. So trying to tell your story and open up about the situation you're in, the debt you're in financially, it's hard. So I'm not used to asking for help, but I know that I should be more active, I guess, in posting it. But I don't know how to do it because I've never done it before. So the response is good, but I need more support so I can get to that goal so I could purchase this mobile home, God willing.
Yeah, I mean, opening up your books and opening up your life and exposing what's happening to you must be a difficult move here, but it seems like it's an essential move based on the past year, the uncertainty, and all these expenses that keep on adding up, Gary. This is not a way to run a business or sort of run your life. Exactly,
and think about the shop's been there for 3 years. I probably invested up to $200,000. If the initial investment was $30,000 to open up and rent accumulating up to $180,000 over the last 3 years, that's $210,000 I invested, and I literally can't open the doors. My lease ended February 1st, so I'm owed contractual agreements. But for the last 8 out of 13 months since March, I think 12th of 2020, the pandemic swept through all personal services. And it's not only barbershops, salons, it's nail technicians, it's the restaurants. So I'm going through stuff, but I've heard stories of people who have multiple employees and,
Mm-hmm. And it must not be the way that you saw it going this way. It feels like a slow, painful exit. Did you clear out? Did you empty that place out?
Finally, I think a month before the lease was up, I knew I wasn't going to extend the lease. So I just went and I talked with the property managers and I got all my stuff. It's in storage lockers, but it's there until I can reestablish, reinvent myself. And like right now, I found the storefront, but why would I try to go get a loan to get a storefront when I have no idea when I'll be able to provide services to the public again? Yeah. So it's kind of like, it's hard. It's very hard.
Mark, it's got to be hard for you too, as a business mentor to Gary, to watch this happen to a friend and someone you've sort of helped guide sort of through the process.
Absolutely. You know, as Gary said, Gary's representative of so many people in this industry who are struggling right now. And, you know, Gary and I go a long ways back. Over 25 years ago, Gary worked with me in a barbershop that I had. And, you know, we were part of a entrepreneurship program called the African Canadian Jamaican Entrepreneurship, where we had young people. And I've just, you know, I supervised that program, and Gary was one of the participants. And I've been enjoying the journey with him, and it's certainly been painful to watch him go through this. However, I know Gary is super resilient, and his idea of this mobile barbershop, which not only will provide services to people, but, you know, Gary being Gary, who's been a very community conscious person, he has other plans that he wants to be able to give back to the community using this vehicle. So it's you know, I know he's going to rise, and I'm trusting that people will get behind him and support this effort. It's going to be a great thing once it takes place.
So the idea is this GoFundMe would contribute to moving Popz Barbershop into an RV. Gary, I know, like with the stay-at-home order or with lockdowns, you might not be able to operate. But then imagine if that doesn't exist anymore. So tell us about this dream of yours in the RV, because I know that you've done pop-up barbershops before.
Exactly. Yeah. All over the GTA, from the West End, North York, East End, you name it, across the country, from Vancouver to Nova Scotia. So I have established a brand as the first barber to actually do pop-up barbershops. But the idea of this, when I was a kid, I used to always look forward to the bookmobile showing up outside at the playground. You know, the bookmobile, and then you would have a rapport and a relationship with the librarian that was mobile, so you could get a book, bring a book back, exchange, or you have a model like an ice cream truck. All the different parks around the GTA or around the country look forward to the sounds of that ice cream truck pulling up because they hear that sound. So my concept is the same idea, but it's a barbershop. But because I already have an online booking system, this mobile barbershop will come to you once you book the services online. But I would allocate the locations to a certain day. So whether it's East End, Central, North York, or West End, you would know I would be in your area on that day. And then you could go to the online booking site, book your spot. I show up, and then I do the 10 cuts, pack up, and then I park the mobile home for the day. But God willing, if the pandemic ends, the lockdown restrictions ends, I could find ways to acquire the mobile home. It's literally taking a barber chair, putting it inside, and the front area would be the barbershop. And then the back part of the mobile home where the bedroom would usually be, would actually be converted into a recording studio, so I could do community work as I travel to other indigenous communities, local communities, and it's going to put a lot of smiles on people's faces. So, and one aspect of it is not only a functioning mobile barbershop, but the other side would be my non-for-profit, my community work, and the activism. So imagine me showing up to a community that's been deprived of exercise, sports, communication with kids. Kids can't go to school. They can't go to the playgrounds. Imagine if I was able to show up with a sponsor, someone like Canadian Tire that provides sports equipment, and I could give kids for free baseball gloves, bats, hockey sticks, nets, soccer balls, all these different things that can make parents have better memories through this pandemic in the summer. The weather's getting nice outside. Today, I just witnessed cops giving warnings to the kids. They didn't issue no tickets, but they were told that if they're at the same basketball court tomorrow, that they'll get a ticket. It didn't happen, but it's a new day. You know, it's a new day.
But you clearly have these business models, to Mark's point, that you've got these ideas, Gary, and what you're doing is you're cutting out that brick and mortar shop, right? So how much money would you save? I mean, monthly, if you could throw a number out there, how much would you save? Because other business owners might be thinking the same thing at this point.
Okay, so rent expenses, $5,000 a month. The mobile home, I can have it arranged so my payments are under $1,000 a month. So not only do I save money, but this concept could be used for nail technicians, hairstylists, massage therapists, so many different trades of personal services could take the brick and mortar idea and convert it to a mobile barbershop or a mobile personal services. So you're 100% right. This is, to me, the new wave, and especially in a city like the GTA that's been deprived. And I think we've been under lockdown longer than anybody in North America. So there's a lot of people suffering,
Yeah, and the demand is there. So we wish you all the best. We'd love an update.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And you allowed, not only a Black entrepreneur, but just a small business owner to have a voice. And because of the government, they've never been listening and they've never been supporting. So the fact that you guys found me, I didn't reach out to y'all. Someone reached out to me, but thank you for supporting the community. I appreciate you guys.